Hey you guys, so I just want to do this real quick update because this particular vision, it has been building and building and building and building, and I had it on August the 10th, and there has been some things that have been catching my attention here more so recently. The thumbnail I'm going to use is the thumbnail of the picture of where the eclipse is going to be more visible, and there's a reason for that. Uh, if you look at it, Israel is going to be getting a partial view of the eclipse and blood red moon eclipse, lunar eclipse, and the United States is going to be getting a partial view of it at the same time, and we're pretty much kind of parallel. But I want to talk about this vision because I had this vision on August 10th, and what I saw, let me show the original vision because apparently there was some, I had blood orange, I seen blood orange on that day, and also purple. I think this purple had to do with a purple skies or something. Um, I can't remember. So it was two, and I'll have to find out what that was I seen. I think maybe there was I don't remember. I think it was something to do with, I don't want to say what it was because I didn't look back to see it, the update to see what it was. But I think these spots were on the ground. I almost want to say yellow, it had something to do with Yellowstone, but I can't remember. Um, so when I had this vision, it was two green bricks parallel, just like our view is going to be, just how the Greenland is basically kind of parallel between us and Israel. Um, and it was on either side of a window. And I was perceiving that whatever was going to happen between the United States and Israel at the same time. Um, there, the color green basically is the color of Islam, and at the time, I think discussions were it was something about Jared Kushner perhaps going over to broker peace or try to come up with a peace plan, and also something at that time was drawing my attention to Islam. I think I had somebody like really an Islamic. Well, I found out he was a. At first, I thought he was an Islamic terrorist, but I think he ended up being like a is. I thought he was an Arabic terrorist, but someone told me from over there told me that he thought he was an Islamic witch or something. I can't remember. So anyway, regardless, when I think of Islam, sometimes I think of the extremists and I think of acts of terror. Okay, green is the color of Islam. So these two bricks were green on both sides of my window at the top. If you kind of look at it, this kind of actually looks like the total area of visibility within the ring of fire for um, the blood moon in the eclipse. Okay, so maybe this window can represent that water. But window in the open vision, and this was an open vision, you guys. Open vision, closed eye vision represents what's going to happen in the future. Okay, so anyway, look at this, you guys. Oh, one more thing. I watched this video last night, um, and it was like of the weirdest houses, and this is called the brick house. And see how it's offset, kind of one on top of each other. Anyway, I don't know why I was watching it, but I watched it. It wasn't until I made that last video that it made me think of the very first pieces of revelation that I was getting about this vision, the green bricks. The very next day after I had that vision, I believe, or yeah, it was the very next day, but I couldn't make the video until like 2 days later or something. Because this sign is by my brother's house, and my brother lives 45 minutes away from me, but I was going there that weekend. The T, sorry, I didn't want to do that. The T and the Y on Party City, the T and the Y on Party City reminded me of bricks because of the crackling. And not only was it crackling, but look in the way that it's crackling in relation to all of the other letters. And Party City, just the phrase, reminded me of a dream that I had about Amos. Amos was sent to pronounce judgment on Israel, a farmer. And when I talk about it in this particular video because I had a dream not too long ago before this vision that I had a dream about the book of Amos, and one of the subtitles was in the app was "The party is over," and Amos was pronouncing judgment on Israel. He was sent there by God, a farmer. I did a whole video on that. Maybe I can link it below. So, like I said, you guys, this vision I had on August 10th. Also, at that time, there was something going on where there was belief that the inside of Israel, the Zionists or the powers that be, were planning some type of attack on Israel from the inside. Okay, you guys? And I think September 11th was coming up. And I think there was some speculation on that. So, terrorists from within, green represents Islam, just reminds me of terrorism. The fact that we are both getting the same amount of shadow, if you will, during the eclipse, and the EU, who also their tower, I want to say, for the EU is a leaning tower. It represents the Tower of Babel. Maybe I can look that up. It's built like the Tower of Babel. I said Baal, but same difference. On an offset. Okay? On an offset like that. But look at that. This is offset. And this is kind of offset. If you were to kind of stack them together. But, yeah. The EU also on the 31st is going over to broker peace. Or there's going to be a meeting held in Brussels, apparently, to broker peace. I don't know, you guys. I just want to do that first update. There's so much more. I think I misspoke about the chapter in which that particular video that shows the pathway. I said Ezekiel, and it is Zechariah. Nonetheless, it talks about the 70 years in Israel, the red horse of war riding. So if you didn't watch it, I'll leave it below. Okay, you guys? I'm trying to put my brain together, and there was something else that I need to talk about as far as updates, things starting to come to pass. Okay, you guys? God bless y'all. I'll talk with you later.